From last 2 days, we are not able to attend our classes due to some technical issues. As happens with our mine system as well as with me due to network issue and some other issues was also that's why I was not able to attend the classes. But luckily our problem has been resolved from today. That's why now I'm with you in new form. Yes, a new change. Yes, yes. Okay, and I think you have enjoyed as well in a previous class in during physics class session. Yes, good afternoon, Rajendra. After that, Palak, Subhash, Shanvi, Aishi, and Shikaro. Everyone, good afternoon. Very good afternoon. Say others to join here. Hurry up. Let me forward your this link. So many others are not. I think they haven't got this link. That's why. Yes, let me forward this. Okay, group. Yeah. Let over this link. So many others are not. I think they haven't got this link. That's why. Yes, let this. Group. Yeah. Let over this link. So many others are not. I think they haven't link. That's why. Yes, let this. Let over this. So many others are not. I think they haven't link. That's why. Yes, let this. Let over this. So many others are not. I think they haven't link. That's why. Yes, now I think many of you are already connected with me. Yes, as I can see your name here, Arohi, Anshika, Ayushi, Janvi, Subhash, or that Palak, Vishkarma, Kaushal. Yes, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. 1 minute. Yes, hello. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Then I'm going to begin your today's biology class. Yes, whatever we have discussed so many things in previous class. What is cell membrane? About cell membrane, we are discussing. Yes. In previous classes, we have discussed about cell membrane. In cell membrane, so many things we have discussed. Okay, we are discussing the transport. In last class, we are discussing the transport of material across the cell membrane. Okay, how means function of cell membrane. We are discussing about the function of cell membrane. Good afternoon, everyone. Now, I'm going to begin your class. Yes. Then in previous class, we are discussing about the function of in which we have seen cell membrane perform equilibrium of cell with its environment. Okay, means cell membrane helps to establish this that is homeostasis with environment. Means equilibrium between cell and its environment. As the cell means what it means. It means the changes its internal structure according to its environment, according to different changes taking place in the environment. Okay, if taking place in environment is unfavorable for the cell, then cell also changes its internal component to adopt. Okay, all these performance, I mean these activities are performed by cell membrane. Yes, so now today we will discuss about the material across the cell membrane, which we have discussed in previous class. Okay, in this way, in previous class, this is the cell membrane. You can see the structure of cell membrane. As I have told, that cell membrane is made up of lipoprotein. It is made of lipoprotein, means there are lipid, that is fat. First layer, you can see that is the first layer. This screen on my cursor point, you may see that is the first layer of lipid. Okay, in this way, this is the second layer. Okay, there are two layer of lipid in this way, in which you may say that these yellow ball like structure are appearing as lower side also. Okay, in this way there are two layer of lipid in which several protein molecules are integrated. Okay, they are mounted in it. several protein molecules are in it. Just like you may see that it is a mosaic model, it is appearing from outside. You may say that it is a floor in which several colorful marbles are mounted. Okay, so this model as a mosaic model, fluid mosaic model. Yes, it was given by Nicholson and Nicholson. Okay, so now Singer and Nicholson has given this model. Okay, this cell membrane have so many function. Okay, the function means that mainly the function is transportation of water, gases of like oxygen, carbon dioxide, some ions, food. All these things are controlled by the cell membrane. Okay, so now as you know, cell membrane is selective permeable membrane. Cell membrane is selective permeable membrane. And why it is selective permeable membrane? Because it allows the entry or exit of only selected material through itself. Okay, cell membrane is selective permeable membrane, allow the entry or exit of only selected material through itself. It do not allow, it means each kind of material to enter or to exit the. Okay, only selected material which is useful for cell, others are not allowed. Okay, that's why it is termed as permeable membrane. Yes, in this way these different materials, whatever the different material which leave the cell, they are different material moves across cell membrane through following three mechanisms. There are three mechanisms by which these different kinds of moves across the cell membrane. What are these? First is passive transport, second is active transport, and third is bulk transport. Okay, but as in previous class we have discussed about passive transport, in which we have discussed in passive transport. In passive transport, we seen that where it takes place without the consumption of energy. There is no consumption, there is no utilization of energy to transport material by the passive transport. Okay, there is no need of energy. Energy is not consumed, it is energy free. Okay, all the material will just move from its higher concentration to lower concentration due to its concentration gradient. Okay, at one side its concentration will be more, like water is more, then water will move from higher concentration to lower concentration. If one side oxygen is more, then oxygen will move from higher concentration to region of lower concentration. This kind of movement is termed as, this kind of transport is termed as passive transport, and it takes place as I have told you that in previous class. This is energy free mode of transportation. There is no need of energy, without consumption of energy. ATP is not required to perform this kind of transport. Okay, there is a carrier protein. As we have seen, there are so many protein embedded inside the lipid layer in a cell membrane. There is no need of these protein to carry out the transport of some materials. Okay, in this way only smaller molecules, only small like water, gases are transported through this process. Okay, another bigger molecules are not transported by this process. In this way, we have also discussed in previous class, there are two ways of passive transport. First is diffusion and second is osmosis. Okay, diffusion and osmosis. In previous class we discussed that by the process of diffusion only gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide are transported. So now first we have also already discussed the definition of the diffusion. Definition of the means diffusion by which substance uniformly spread by random movement of its particle from region of a higher concentration to region of its lower, as diffusion. Okay, as I had told there this definition in previous class. Yes, by the process of diffusion only and carbon dioxide gases are transported across the cell membrane. Okay, these gases only gases. Okay, we have also discussed in previous class about the osmosis. Osmosis is the process, while the other hand, as we had discussed, in diffusion matters move from region of higher concentration to region of lower concentration, formally in all direction. uniformly in all direction, and there is a random movement of particle. There is random movement of particle. There is no any directional movement of particle takes place in the process of diffusion. Okay, and also there was no need of any kind of permeable membrane or such a thing to perform diffusion. But in osmosis, as a definition of osmosis reveals, the process by which water or solvent moves through semi-permeable membrane from a region of its higher concentration to a region of its lower concentration, called as water. Here I am talking about the concentration of solvent, concentration of water. Okay, concentration of means a region of means a semi-permeable membrane from a region of its means water's higher concentration. Water's higher concentration, solvents higher concentration. Just focus on this word. Just focus on this word. This is its higher concentration. It means whose? It means that is water. It means water. That's why the process by which water or solvent travels through a semi-permeable membrane from a region of its higher concentration to a region of its lower concentration is called as osmosis. Okay, we have another definition of this osmosis, which reveals that the process by which water or solvent moves through a semi-permeable membrane from a solution of lower concentration of solute. Just focus at here. Here we have discussed from a region of its higher concentration, water's higher concentration to water's lower concentration. Okay, now we are discussing studying another definition by means of with respect to its solute. There are two components of solution, solute and solvent. Now when we consider the solute, then water moves from region of solute's lower concentration to a solution which have solute's higher concentration. Solute's lower concentration to solute's higher concentration movement, or solvent's higher concentration to solvent's solvent's lower concentration through a semi-permeable. Always remember that there is a need of semi-permeable membrane to perform the process of osmosis. Okay, in this way, in osmosis, the flow of water molecule is unidirectional, means higher concentration to lower concentration. Why it can't means it do not spread uniformly in all direction. It always move from one side to another. Okay, if it is separated by this, means as I had told. Okay, then now what is transported through the process of osmosis? Only water is transported through the process of osmosis. Other things are not transported through the process of osmosis. Sometimes alcohol, these things are also transported. Okay, alcohols, they are also transported in the cell by the means of osmosis. Okay, in this way there are two types of osmosis we have discussed in previous class. First was endoosmosis and second is exoosmosis. Now will anyone of you define what is endoosmosis? How many of you may write the definition of endoosmosis idea? Just write your definition. Write your definition. What do you mean by endoosmosis? What do you mean by endoosmosis and exoosmosis? Answer. Yes, I'm waiting. Hurry up, hurry up. water inside the cell. Okay, movement of water inside the cell is called endoosmosis, while water comes outside the cell by the process of exoosmosis. Yes, very good, Ayushish, very good, excellent, beta. Okay, the movement of water inside the cell by the process of osmosis is termed as endoosmosis, while when water comes out from cell, then this process is termed as exoosmosis. Okay, we are already have discussed these things in the previous class, and we have taken the example of some solution in which resin was kept. Okay, and we have observed what happens with resin. Yes, on the basis of it we have categorized there are three kinds of solution in which different endoosmosis, exoosmosis and no osmosis takes place. Yes, so this solution was hypertonic, hypotonic and isotonic. Okay, hypertonic solution means if the listen me very carefully. Listen me very carefully. What is the meaning of hypertonic solution? What is the meaning of hypertonic solution? Listen me very carefully. Beta Preet Upadhyay, just spell correctly. Okay. Improve your writing skill, and try to write always spellings correctly. Others, when water moves inside the cell, then is called yes, Sangeeta. Okay, Jashwal is saying when cell is placed inside a hypertonic solution, the water moves out of the cell and cell become flaccid. Yes, okay. When water molecules move from outside to inside of a cell through osmosis process, then it is called endoosmosis. Very good. Piyush Chobe is saying water inside the. Okay, don't delete your messages. This is bad thing. This is very bad. Okay, the hypertonic solution. No problem, Preet. No problem. No problem, beta. But try to spell correctly the words. Yes. Okay, beta. No need to say sorry. Okay, sir. What about my answer? Vishakha, yes, your answer is correct. The movement of water from environment that gets soaked in the cell is endoosmosis. From environment. Even now, I think this should be clear for everyone. Yes, everyone, are you saying that? Yes, it is clear. It is the another definition. Okay, so now we'll discuss about the active transport. We will discuss about active transport. Yes. Okay, then active transport is the mode of transport across the cell in which energy is consumed. Remember always, energy is consumed. Here energy is consumed. Energy is consumed inside in the active transport of material across the cell membrane. Okay, rapid mode of transport. Rapid mode of transport means by this mode of transport transport system, materials are transported across the cell membrane very fastly. Very fastly they are transported across the cell membrane very fastly, rapidly. Okay, and it involves the use of a carrier protein. Always remember, it involves the use of carrier protein. We have seen that in cell membrane there are so many protein molecules are embedded inside this. Okay, these protein molecule helps to perform active transport of the cell. These means carrier protein helps in the transportation of different material like glucose, like you may see here glucose, amino acid, which is this glucose is a monomer of, it is a monomer of, means a simplest form of carbohydrate, simplest form of carbohydrate. In this way, simplest form of protein is amino acid. In this way, some other ions like sodium, potassium are transported through this process. Okay, by the active transport, glucose, amino acids, some ions like sodium and potassium are transported by this process. Okay, yes. So now then anyone of have any doubt in this transport active transport now? Any one of you have doubt regarding this if you have any doubt, then ask me. Any one of you have any doubt, then ask me. No. Good. No sir, no doubt. Very good. Very good, beta. Okay. So in active mode, it is rapid mode of transport. Okay. Energy is consumed here and it needs carrier protein. Carrier protein. Yes. In this way, by the transport, glucose, amino acid, and some ions like sodium, potassium are transported through this process. Okay. Now, then in a bulk transport, next we will discuss about the bulk transport. Okay, in bulk transport, good, good. In bulk transport, yes, very good, beta. In bulk transport, some have means bigger molecules like food molecules, other things are transported inside the cell. Okay, and needs lot amount of energy. It also involve the outgrowth, cell membrane, and these things. Okay, so now till for today, I think it is sufficient. I have to means finish your classes some earlier, so because there is a meeting with school administration. Okay, that's why I have to be free up early. Okay, then I'm going to just finish your class for today. But I want to say you that if you like these videos, then don't forget to like it. Okay, don't forget to like it. This will motivate me to make a more and more videos like this. Okay, in this way, who haven't subscribed the channel yet, again and again I'm saying that subscribe it, because after a few days I will not send the link in group. Okay, whenever I will be live, it will be notified in your YouTube app. Okay, you may just attend the class from there. That's why if those who haven't subscribed the channel, I request to them uh, to to subscribe the channel. Okay,